Next one, we have three more, is about the state sales tax to help fund the fire districts. Ryan Ward is going to speak to us today. Ryan is a firefighter. That is Prop 310. Thank you. Ryan is a firefighter paramedic for 14 years. Secretary Treasurer for the North Tucson Firefighters Association, LU 3832 of the International Association of Firefighters, and was an electrician before becoming a firefighter with IBEW, LU 570 here in Tucson. Born and raised in Tucson, he currently lives in the Tucson-Marana area with his wife and 3 children. His youngest just turned 1. Congratulations. He's a third-generation union member and a proud supporter of the union labor movement. Please welcome Ryan.
Thank you. Good morning. My name is Ryan. Like Tamara told you, this is my kind of first time giving this speech, so bear with me on this. Thank you for letting me go a little bit later so I can see how it's done by the pros too. So that's great. So today we're going to talk about Prop 310. Prop 310 is a 1/10 of a cent sales tax increase across the state that's going to directly affect fire districts. Now let me explain to you what a fire district is. So there's usually about 3 different ways that you're going to get your public safety. Sorry. You're going to have your cities, which like Tucson Fire, Phoenix Fire, Mesa Fire Department. And you're going to have fire districts. They're going to be in unincorporated areas of Arizona, usually in the counties. Like this is an unincorporated area of Pima County, right? It's not Marana, it's not Tucson, it's just unincorporated. So with that being said, there's a fire district that covers this area. And then your last one is your private 911 system, which is a whole nother devil to go down. So fire departments get their funding from sales tax in the city. So they have, money coming in consistently and other tax revenues that they have. Fire districts can only get their money from property tax. So, and inside of these fire districts, you're going to have a governing board of elected officials that will set the sales tax or the property tax rate. And right now it's been capped at $3.50 per $100 of assessed value. My fire district is not anywhere close to that amount, but there are a lot of fire districts across the state that are maxed out. And we kind of got a bone thrown to those guys last year because it was kind of a double-handed, it was more of a slap in the face. Really what they did was when they reduced the commercial property tax last year, they said, oh, hey, we know that you guys are going to take it on the teeth. We're going to throw you a bone. We're going to raise it up a quarter, which isn't really anything to them. So with all that being said, our money comes from property taxes. So you would say, hey, Ryan, I'm a property owner. My property value has gone up. Anybody in Arizona knows that their property value has gone up, 20% in the last 2 years. So you would assume that these fire districts are doing very well. Well, they're not. Prop 117 in 2012 came into effect and that was on the heels of the housing market when it was at its all-time low, right? So with that being said, Prop 117 said you can only have an increase of 5% every year. So hey, we know you guys just took it on the teeth in 2008 with property values going way down into the toilets, but now you can't, it's not going to raise at the same rate. So it'll fall exponentially however it wants, but it's not going to go back up at the same rate. 5% a year is the max. So let me just kind of give this some sort of validity, right? Drexel Heights Fire District is on the southwest side of town. They have a pretty large department, they have about 5 stations. In 2008, they had a budget of $13.2 million. They had 7,100 calls a year. Flash forward to 2018, they have a budget of $11.3 million with around 8,000 calls. So literally these fire districts are being asked to do more with less. Anybody that travels in the state of Arizona outside of the city limits is going to go through these fire districts. A lot of these rural fire districts are suffering the most because they don't have the property value, they don't have the compensation packages that are available, and they don't have the ability to raise the funds. And everybody that's gone to San Diego or Flagstaff or Rocky Point has passed through at least 2 fire districts on your way there. Or you want to go to Apple Annie's and get your pumpkins, but it's about time for that, right? So you're gonna pass through a fire district. And I don't know about you guys, but I expect that if something were to happen to me, car accident, God forbid, an illness of some sort, I want the best level of care that I can get. I feel like that's something that we all expect out of our government, right? We want to have good roads, good water, we want to have schools, we want to have good public safety. What we're lacking at is public safety in this regard. So what we're going to do is Prop 310 came about, we've been working on it, it's got bipartisan support, it came out of the legislature. Senator Boyer, Republican, was our champion on it, and we got this on the ballot. So we're going to try and raise sales tax across the state 1/10 of a cent. What that's going to do is that's going to raise about $150 million for fire districts and fire districts only. And that's going to go directly into those fire districts to help support them, to support their firefighters, get more firefighters on the trucks, get the equipment that they need, and do some other things that we can help support them. The problem is that firefighters are, we all know that it's a dangerous job. I have a 9% chance of contracting cancer than the general population. I have a 14% chance of dying from it, more than the general population. I know, I get it, but that's the job. But there are things that we can do to try and curb that number, but it costs money. And a lot of these fire districts, they don't have it. So what this is going to do is it's going to put the money back into the pockets of those fire districts and allow them to give that quality service that we all expect from them when we need it. Not everybody calls 911 every day, but when we do, we want to have good quality service. And I pride myself on giving good quality service when somebody calls 911. So, with that being said, you're going to see our signs around town go, yes, on Prop 310, improve 911 response times. What we're talking about, and we say improve 911 response times, is we want to get the firefighters on the trucks. We want to get more trucks on the road, so that way when you call 911, you're not waiting 30 minutes, 45 minutes for a fire truck or an ambulance to show up. Because time is brain, time is heart, time is muscle. If you're having a heart attack, if you're having a stroke, if you're having any sort of illness, we want to get you that care as fast as we can, get you to that hospital, get you that definitive care as soon as we can. We cannot do that if we're understaffed, if we don't have the funding to take care of it. Prop 310 is the answer to those problems. I'll kind of end it with this. Prop 310 is going to create jobs. Prop 310 is going to create employment, it's going to create firefighter jobs in these communities, rural communities especially. And what that's going to do, these are union jobs, these are firefighter jobs. It's going to put that money back into the economy, back into the local economy. So you say raise the sales tax, well, this is secular, everybody knows how it works. We're going to put that money goes back in the economy. We're creating jobs, we're creating employment for these people and allowing them. 310 is going to have a positive impact on public safety and everybody in the state. You're going to get a lot of bang for your buck with this prop, because it's going to reach every corner of the state with this sales tax increase, and I know that it'll have a great impact on anybody that calls 911 inside the state. Thank you.
Thank you so much. My friend, just to talk about this, my friend fell. She was home. She doesn't wear clothes when she goes to bed, so she didn't want to call the fire department. She was very sick. So she called me up and asked me to come over. I helped her get dressed. And it wasn't until after I helped her get dressed that I called the fire department for them to come. And they were there in 5 minutes. I mean, like, don't we want to have this kind of service for everybody? We all deserve this kind of service. And I thank you very much for everything that you do. And I was just like so moved that they came in and they were so lovely with her and she wasn't embarrassed. And so anyway, so yeah, thank you. This is a wonderful thing for us to pass. You got to pay for things that you want, you know. So, and then we have to pay for those who can't.